Well, let me interrupt my discussion of a very serious topic with a liberal. Jake, Essex, New Jersey, Sirius Satellite, go.
Hi, listen, Mark, I just want to make this point. It was conservatives like you that got us into Iraq. You destabilized the country, and you created a vacuum that allowed groups like ISIS to expand. If we weren't going around the world destabilizing countries, ISIS would never exist. And the fact that the conservatives don't have a plan...
You know, you're such a putz. With all due respect, you really are. You're going to go back to George W. Bush. I was never for democracy building. You know, the great thing about this show, the archives are all over the place. We hold them for 2 years. You can actually pull it up. Once we went to war, I fully defended our men and women in uniform. And unlike you leftists, I wanted us to win the war. I didn't want us to suffer the casualties. And unlike you leftists, I did feel for the people of Iraq who were under the thumb of a butcher and a rapist, and a man who was trying to build nuclear weapons, and a man who was threatening America and threatening our allies. Unlike you leftists, here's your problem. Your problem is you never want to take on tyranny. And then when we tell you, you're the ones that helped lead the World War I. You're the ones that helped lead the World War II. You're the ones that helped lead to the Korean War. You're the ones who got us into the Vietnam War. You're the ones who do this. Then you say, what are you accusing us of? What are you, anti-American? Now, let me explain something to you, dunderhead. I'm going to educate you, so pay attention. The problem we have today is that your hero, Barack, Milhouse, Benito, Hussein, Obama, Barry Sutro, your hero pulled out too fast because he's an ideologue, because he promised all the kooks like you that he would take troops out of Iraq. And he took them out so fast that a void was filled, and it was filled with ISIS, first Al-Qaeda and then ISIS. So the question is, what do you leftists want to do about it? So far what you want to do about it is slash military spending. So far what you want to do about it is create more and more refugees, more and more widows and orphans, and bring them in the United States without the ability to even vet their boyfriends, their would-be husbands, or these other men who are coming into the country. So what would you do about it, genius?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't...
No, answer my question. No first of alls.
I wouldn't make the problem worse.
No, I didn't ask you what you wouldn't do. This is the other thing with you liberals. Try and follow the bouncing ball. What would you do? 4 words. Go. Do we have our liberal clock still? That thing's still rusty. Is that anywhere to be found? 20-second liberal clock. Go. Well, that's an electric shock treatment. He may need that.
About these military cuts. What? It's not like we don't have enough bombs or planes or troops.
Okay, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Not as if we don't have enough bombs or planes or troops. This is the argument that used to be made by the nuclear freeze movement. All we need are 25 nukes. That can blow everybody off the face of the earth. They don't understand military strategy. They don't understand military tactics. They don't care. What would Mark do? That was the question you said to the call screener. Obviously, you don't listen to this show very often. I already told you what I would do. I would do what FDR would have done. I would blow them off the face of the earth. I would take their capital and turn it into an ice skating rink right there in the middle of the desert. And I could do it with conventional weapons. You just said, Jake, we have all these bombs and everything else. Exactly. And now's the time to do it. You know why, Jake? Because little girls are being raped. Little kids are being sold into slavery. Tens of thousands of innocent people are being tortured and slaughtered and beheaded and murdered in the most gruesome way. You know what I mean, Jake?
Well, do you not realize the hypocrisy of your statement? You're whining about...
Sure, I realize the hypocrisy of my statement. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He hung up on me. The hypocrisy of my statement. There is no hypocrisy of my statement. It's quite consistent. These guys want to argue George Bush. I don't even know which Bush they want to argue. Maybe it's George H.W. Bush. Maybe it's George W. Bush. Maybe they want to argue James Buchanan. Maybe John Tyler. I don't know what the hell they want to argue. All I know is they don't want to talk about their hero Barack Obama. All I know is they don't want to talk about the here and now. All I know is they don't want to talk about the U.S. military, what's been done to the U.S. military. That's all I know. Because they don't have any answers. They're the problem. That's why. That's why. What is it? What's going on today? Is it early work day out? Liberals are calling us. Is the government closed or something? We have Robert, Dallas, Texas, the great WBAP. Yes, Robert.
Yes, no, actually, I'm just driving home from work. It's almost 6 o'clock in Dallas.
Can I call you Bob? May I call you Bob? Thank you.
Pardon me?
Thank you. May I call you Bob? I feel like I know you.
Well, actually, no one calls me Bob, but...
I'm sorry, Bob. I mean, Robert? No, I apologize. No, go right ahead.
Well, I would just like to say that...
It says up here on the screen, a liberal talking about what Obama didn't do, you are extremely biased. It's true, Robert. I am extremely biased. Very.
Well, my point, though, is that when we did have what I thought would be a conversation about this, you jumped on me. You started just...
When is this? Hold on now. When did you and I have a conversation?
This was, well, we never did because you didn't allow me to speak, but it was probably about a week ago. I've called several times. One time you even held me over from a break because
Robert. Do you know why I cut you off? You're odd. You're odd. Why are you calling me all the time?
No, I called because...
No, pay attention. Follow the question. Why are you calling me all the time? You just said I call you and I called you, I got on, and then the other time you held me. What is the problem, bro?
The problem is that I'm against what your beliefs are, and no one on your station or...
Well, then I will give you, well, look, there used to be liberal stations. They don't exist anymore. You know what that's called? The market system. See, you liberals control the media, you control the government, you control academia, and now you want to control talk radio. And there you are. I'm going to call Mark and give him a what for. Okay, 30 seconds. Actually, I'm going to give you the 30-second liberal clock. I hope the clock's working. Go.
All right. I think that Obama is doing exactly what should be done currently in Syria. He's using restraint. He's using other people's boots on the ground to be able to fight this war. We need to support them. We need to send bombs, as we have been doing, over 28,000. We have to continue to be diligent and vigilant as far as Muslims are concerned from the terrorist side of the world, but we need to
play the clock. This is fascinating. Go ahead.
That's no 30 seconds. We need to be just
I agree with you. Hey, pal, you're getting on my nerves, and I'm being... Pal, you're getting on my nerves, and I'm being very nice to you. We're going to hold on, pay attention. Rewind the clock. Give him another 30 seconds. Go.
No one will take you on because normally you don't allow... All
right, now you're getting personal. Here I was, never liked you, but here I was going to let you speak, and now you're attacking me. Let me ask you something. If I called you at home and got on your phone and started attacking you, would you sit there and listen?
My president, every day.
Pay attention, idiot. I'm trying to educate you. If I called you on your phone at your home and I started personally attacking you, would you sit there like a bump on a log and take it? Get off the phone, you idiot. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we just wasted like 4 minutes with that guy. But I want you to get an idea of how the liberals function or don't function, how they think. Obama's doing exactly the right thing. He's doing exactly the right. There's rape, there's mayhem, there's slavery, there's mass murder, there's genocide, the world's blowing up. He's doing exactly the right thing. Because that guy, Robert, is a drone. He's an Obama drone. Let's see, we have another. Let us go, well, no, not exactly. Let's go to Wally. Actually, I have to take a break. We'll be right back. Imagine having Robert at Thanksgiving dinner. Robert, I'm going to do something I've only done once before on this program. I'm going to ban you from listening to the show. You're not allowed to listen anymore, Robert. You're obsessing over me. You're like the Rain Man. You're saying, I called you 6 days ago at this hour, and you did this. You actually held me over, and you... Robert, hang in there, Robert. Now, we're going to have to ban you from listening. You're banned from the Mark Levin Show. I've only done that twice before. Maybe I did it to Robert. I can't remember.